So a coin swap, according to my terminology, is just to do like what we used to call an atomic swap between blockchains on the same chain. Okay, so atomic swap, it's a little easier to grasp actually as a financial transaction between, say, Bitcoin and Litecoin. Let's imagine they both had Schnorr, or let's imagine we have some adapter signature. We're using ECDSA adapter signatures. So we want to swap. So I want to sell my Bitcoin for Litecoin because I'm deranged, and you're taking advantage of that. What you have this protocol, which is very simple and is known how to do with HTLC since a long time ago. It's one of the first Bitcoin protocols, the atomic swap, that was ever developed, which is kind of like cool because you forget that before, in the first few years of Bitcoin, people didn't have an idea, or there wasn't much of an idea that you could have protocols on top of Bitcoin, right? So this is like one of the first protocols that uses Bitcoin as a base layer to execute, or Bitcoin and Litecoin in this case. And so what you do is one party locks up their funds, right? The other party sees that, also locks up their funds, and as they lock up their funds, they both make sure that they have a refund condition. So they can both get the money back if a constraint is not satisfied by a certain time. So if one party aborts, we can always get the money back. So we have this set up. And then what we try and do is with adapter signatures, what we do is we take this locking signature idea, right? I've got the Bitcoin. I'm going to give you a locked signature with a transaction giving the Bitcoin to your address. Okay, and so you've got that, and then you also do the same to me. So we've both got these transactions locked on the same lock. Okay, that's important. They're both locked on the same key, the same public key. And then one of us, the person who went first, if I locked up the Bitcoin first, then you locked up the Litecoin. Then with my key, I take the Litecoin from you by unlocking the signature. And then I publish that on the Litecoin blockchain. You get the key, extract the key from that, because we have this, that's the property of adaptive signatures. This is so crucial for these kind of protocols. You can extract that, and then you take that and you take the Bitcoin. So we've done this fair exchange. We've got this adapter signature, which gets us this fair exchange of signatures. And we use that to do, you get the Bitcoin, I get the Litecoin. If I get a signature getting the Litecoin, you get a signature getting the Bitcoin. And if I don't get the signature taking the Litecoin, you don't get a signature taking the Bitcoin, right? So this is, now what coin swaps are is just, we do this on the Bitcoin blockchain, and we don't, instead of trying to make money or trying to make a trade with it, we try and get privacy with it. So I have some coins, you have some coins, and we end up owning each other's coins, right? If I get a signature taking your coins, you get a signature taking my coins. And when we have proper Schnorr adapter signatures, we have that verification algorithm in there. We can use the Schnorr adapter signatures, and we can use Music, and we can make every transaction look like a normal address, like a normal taproot output. Every transaction will have a normal taproot output and spend using a normal Schnorr signature. And yet, after these transactions are done, these very, very dull looking normal transactions, I'll have your coins, you'll have my coins. And there's no way of telling that just by looking at the blockchain. So we could all be swapping each other's coins very often, and integrating that into the way we work with our wallets, and then it becomes very difficult to know what the history of the coins becomes something of irrelevant.